number 6 of the Grand Campaign hot seat for Medieval 2 Total War, the retrofit mod. So, another turn of the Grand Campaign hot seat. I've been waiting for this for quite a while, so we shall try and remember the password and get into it and see what madness has occurred since the last time. So, it should be that. Nope, I always get it wrong. Let me try again. It's just one of those passwords that it needs a couple of times for me to really get at it. So just bear with me when I get it wrong. So we've got a message from the Moors right off the bat, and it reads, "Greetings, Lords of Sicily. I have vanquished the Portuguese of Iberia. King Henrique fell to the Muslim blade south of Toledo. Toledo, you'll remember Toledo from our own Moorish campaign in the Iberian hot seat. Toledo most definitely does fall in that as well. So south of Toledo. And with his dying breath swore you would ride to avenge his death." So the Portuguese king already lying, twisting words in saying that we're going to help. Let's read on. "Is there truth in this? I would not find it too unlikely. I must ask, how fares our relationship? After all, the Portuguese often spoke ill of you and wished to play me against yourself. If you wish to attack, I would ask that you merely say so openly with honour. Fare thee well, Sultan Tahar." Indeed, if we were planning on attacking, I would be straight and honest. I feel it's only fair to the hot seat players that I declare that I am going to attack them. Simply because you've got to remember that these are real people, and real people feel better about you as a player if you are open and honest. If you're a bit backstabby and a bit cheeky, they tend to not take it too well. So remembering that the Moors are being commanded by an actual person, I would most definitely tell him if I was going to attack. But unfortunately, or fortunately for him, I'm not planning on attacking, as my armies are needed elsewhere. So he does not have to worry about my armies. I shall send him a letter about that later on. And then a message from the Duchy of Milan Visconti. "Buongiorno. Dear King Roger, I have been given a papal bull by the Papa himself," he said, and I really don't want to try and pronounce this, but for the fun of it, let's go ahead. Beatissimo, no, not Beatissimo, Beatissimus, Pater Imperita Tibi Fecero in Oriente und percutiat gentes in profundis inferni. And I do apologise for my terrible pronunciation of the Italian/Latin language there. But you've got to bear in mind that I am from Yorkshire and we barely speak English very well, let alone other languages. So yeah, bear with me with that. Otherwise translated as, "The Holy Father commands thee to smite the heathens in the east and push them back to the depths of hell." So yeah, very straightforward there. We are going to... it sounds like the Milanese have asked the Pope for a crusade in the east. Make of it what you will. Some of my forces shall march on the next turn to the Holy Lands. Regards, Duke Giorgio of the House Milan Visconti. So it sounds like he's done a crusade over in the east. We'll have a look at that a bit later on. As of now, we have the end of turn report here. Financially, we are losing money. It's to be expected. We are being very aggressive in our pushes, and we are building forces. We need armies, and we need to do some decisive action for this campaign. But hopefully, after this, after I've started building some armies, I can sort of sit back and relax a bit more with my nice little Sicilian empire I've got going on down in the south. A nice trade empire. As far as balance of powers go, it looks like the Turks have every command of the ratings except for the financial, which is Egyptian. I'm not surprised. The Egyptians did take Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is probably one of the richest settlements in the on the map. Maybe after Constantinople. I think Constantinople might be the richest, but as I say, I'm not 100% sure. So, but yeah, certainly Egypt has done well with its finances. But the Turks have command of everything else. We are quite low militarily, which I'm surprised about. We'll have to really push for that a bit more, maybe. Financially, we are 12th and going down. Production, we are fairly stable at 9. As long as we keep that stable, we'll be okay. Population going up from 7, so that's good. And overall, we are 11th, so not quite in the middle of the pack, but maybe just below average in terms of the standings. Okay, so got a few of these missions. It looks like a crusade has been called, and the target's Constantinople. So Paladin Bob calling a crusade on the Turkish-held city of Constantinople. A bit brave, I have to say. Certainly the Cosmic Conqueror is not to be messed around with. However, I have all confidence that in calling a crusade against Constantinople, he has put a target on the Cosmic Conqueror's head for factions like the Polish, the Venetians, and even the Holy Roman Empire might take action with that. Certainly we're going to have to command some forces in the east and maybe make a push that way. We'll have to wait and see what plans the other factions have. We've also got a message to send a diplomat to France to get some military, diplomatic relations, and I'll be given some military units. So that is something I definitely want to look
Your
into.
Majesty,
So we do have our princess.
how am I to
So we
serve
can go
our people?
say hello to the French people
Representing our people.
and give them some trade and maybe even an alliance, who knows, with the French. So that's that. We did set our merchant off in here, so we can start to push him up to this gold resource. 77 florins worth. That's not going to be too bad considering he's only a 2 finance merchant, and that will probably go up once he captures it. Oh, we do have a Hungarian merchant here who is trading the gold. We can attempt to take his assets. At a chance of 52. I'm quite happy to try that next turn, because even if we fail, it will make Hungarian's diplomat stronger, which will give him more money, which will mean he is able to take on the Turks slightly better. So it'll all add up, you know. Even if we make his merchant stronger, it's going to make him strong enough to resist the Turks a bit more. The old butterfly effect going on a bit there. it's
Your orders?
going to be quite an interesting scenario.
Yes, my lord.
We did have an agent over here, a 4-star spy. That's not too bad. Could do with him.
Where to, sire?
Do with him setting sail maybe for Turkish lands and seeing if he can
Full sail. Your orders?
seeing if he can cause some
Combining. This is as far as we go today, my lord.
some interesting situations. And we do have an army here that we need to do stuff with. I'm sure we'll find somewhere to move it to a bit later on. So in terms of over here, we have, I think our armies from here were going down in this ship to Tripoli. So we'll need to command that and make it so.
Plotting course
So
now,
we'll
my lord.
sail there.
Dropping anchor until morning.
Yeah, that's going to be fair enough. It'll take us another turn. Although we can get our spies off here. That's
Yes.
going to be useful.
Yes.
Where to, sire? Yes. Moving sire.
70% chance of
Where to,
success.
sire?
We'll leave our spies for
Orders?
now until the army
This is as far as we go today,
disembarks.
Yes, my
Can't disembark the army yet, can I?
orders.
No, just my general and the cavalry, which we shall leave for now. Although I could
Orders.
probably just attack it with my general and the cavalry.
Yes.
And certainly save my
Let me strike,
troops.
my
No,
lord.
I'm not
Orders.
feeling that brave. We'll leave it for now. Just so we've got the absolute power. Although one of these guys is a,
Sire.
yeah, 5-star. Yep, seen by our 5-star one, so that's good. We need to start moving our priests down, just to convert the people. And we've got a spare priest here that can start to convert to Christianity down here. So that's that side. We've got some troops in here that we need to move across to the front lines. So
Onward.
shall grab them and we shall put them in Tunis.
Yes, my lord.
And that's made them a bit happier than they were. So we could probably don't want to build anything. There's nothing we can recruit, but the public order seems to be happier, so we can increase the taxes. We'll just leave it on high tax because we do need the money. Money is essential in this campaign. We are going to take the mercenary spearmen, should I say, and move them back into
Full sail. Dropping anchor until morning.
Palermo. Hopefully we'll be able to retrain them in Palermo. With it being a castle, I think you can retrain mercenaries in castles. For those of you that didn't already know, I don't know whether it's common knowledge or not in campaigns, but certainly I've done it before in various campaign scenarios. So we are pushing down to Tripoli. I could really do with this place being a wooden castle, but there are other things I want to spend my money on. One of them being ships, and I could do with some more of this Italian infantry just to help bolster our forces a bit more. Because so far the largest army we've got is here, which is not very spectacular. Even with these troops, it's going to be a bit lackluster.
Yes.
And then the second army we've got is here, which again is a bit lackluster. So a couple more spearmen, then we've got 3. Well, we could take off 4 spearmen. Yeah, because I could get an Italian militia to watch at Naples, and then I could just take all 4 spearmen, and then I would have quite a large army there.
Your orders?
And then that army could then set sail to Crusade in the eastern territory. So we can look forward to that. A nice little crusade. The enemy's jihad obviously did not perform as well, but I think our crusade will be more successful than the enemy's
Today's
own
journey
religious pilgrimage. So we've got armies building. I've not built anything recently. Just waiting for this to build, the garrison quarters, which will give us our sergeant spearmen. And they won't be too bad. Could really do with a leather tanner to give them better armor, but that can be my next building actually. See, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to take at least 3 turns. 1, 2, 3 turns. Get troops down here. 4 turns to retrain the sergeant spearmen with armor upgrades. Couple turns here. I think we could probably do it within the yeah, it's not given a time limit on the crusade. It doesn't look like there's a time limit. Usually there's a 9-10 turn time limit that you have to join the crusade in, but it doesn't look like he's given the time just yet. I believe it'll be the next turn that it starts that, but that should give us plenty of time to take Tripoli, which is the most important thing we need to do, and then to consolidate our army and retrain it as necessary. I'm hoping that I don't have to retrain the army. I'm hoping that I could just run down the archers with the cavalry, which I don't mind losing a little bit of troops on. And these guys should fall pretty quickly to archer fire and possibly some cavalry charges. I do have some spare cavalry up here, so I'm not bothered about losing cavalry. It's just the infantry I don't really want to sacrifice too much in terms of losses.
Yes.
These mercenary spearmen I won't mind using up, but I'd rather they be at full strength for next turn. So that's pretty much it. So let's get our diplomacy messages done. First one on the list is Milan. So we shall write to Milan a message. So here's words about the Crusade. So we thank you for your guarding. Oh, I should probably actually do a dear Duke of the House of Milan Visconti. And yeah, I know it's really annoying that I read out my my letters as I'm writing them, but it really has to be done. Otherwise, my brain does not handle writing and speaking at the same time unless I'm talking about the same thing. So we thank you for your letter regarding the Pope's request for a crusade. Armies shall be ready to join the cause. Some reason that messed up. Let's do Oh, it's not gonna let me do it, is it? Nope, it's not gonna let me do it. Crap. The letter writing stuff is not very good in terms of this game. Regarding. See, it worked that time. Regarding request for a Crusade. Currently campaigning elsewhere, but shall be ready to join the cause. Then 3-4 turns. Let the armies of Christ rise up and take the sword to the heathens. God wills it, and so it shall be. Yours sincerely, King Roger. King of the There we are. So nice little letter there. Yeah, about 3 or 4 turns I should be, my armies should be connected. 1 turn to take Tripoli with any luck, depending on my spies. A couple of turns to get these troops into Palermo, where hopefully 2 turns, no, 3 turns I'll have my leather tanner and can give them better armour. And then on the 4th turn I can actually set sail. And I seem to be missing an E there. Oh, it's not going to do it, is it? Oh, it is. Excellent. You see, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I really don't get the letter writing system in this game, but hey ho. Then 1 for the Moors. Dear Sultan Taha of the Moorish Empire. It's just just sweet talk him a little bit. We show no ill will towards your people. Our kingdom has respected the borders of the of your people and have not breached them. And has respected the borders of your people and have breach your trust by doing so in the near future. Any words of our disdain. Towards people empty and without Portuguese have had a way with twisting words as you. Aware of. Not. We shall honour your it's going to do this. Yeah, it's not going to want that. With our rights to this and the yeah, let's not be too. What's this? Oh, how comes this messed up? Crap. Why didn't you do the same? Yeah, so let's not be too not too direct. Let's be a bit vague with what we mean by our lands, because that means that we're not going to get ourselves into trouble. Basically, whatever we own are our lands, and it's not going to get us into trouble when we say, oh, you know, it's proud you recognise our ownings of Tunis and the island, and then we forget to mention one of the lands and he ends up, you know, assaulting it. So vagueness is good sometimes. Fear not, we shall honour rule in the west, providing you do the same. We are an honourable people. but we will when we declare war, we will not hesitate to spell the no, let's not be too aggressive. We are honourable people, but we expect the same in return. The Normans do not shy away from war, but we know when to declare it. Respect and honour to you, noble Sultan. Regards, the King of Regards, King Roger, King of Sicily and yeah. Let's just do King of Sicily. Let's not do King of Sicily and North Africa. I will when I take Tripoli. I might put King of Sicily and North Africa, but I really don't want to declare that too quickly, just in case it provokes the Moors. I want to do anything but provoke the Moors into being aggressive. So in terms of diplomacy, a few interesting things. Looks like England is at war with now France and Scotland. That was not unexpected. I actually expected it a long time ago, but now on turn 6 it looks like England is now at war with its age-old enemies, so we'll have to see how that turns out for England. Probably not well, unless he plays his arse off, but we shall see regardless. France is now allies with the Holy Roman Empire and Scotland, so an interesting alliance there between the two great powers of Central Europe. Looks like the Holy Roman Empire back at war with the Nordic Germanic Empire. I think that was last turn as well. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look back and see what was going on. But we are allies with them, which is good. Spain is still on its lonesome, but now that it's got all of Iberia to play with, it can actually probably push quite a lot of land. There was a lot of rebel settlements in Iberia up for grabs now. Venice is still staying with its alliances. The Milan now at war with the Turks due to the Crusade, no doubt. So we'll have to join that and join the chaos. We've got allies with France, and it's England, Russia not doing too much. That looks like it's changed its name. I'm going to be even worse at pronouncing Russian than Latin, so really not going to try that. But I think it's the maybe the Russian Empire. It looks like certainly no Imperial is Empire, or most likely Empire. Moors not enemies with anyone, so Spain and the Moors not engaging too quickly. Turks are now enemies with Milan and Hungary. So Hungary have got in the action in the east as well. With Poland being allied with Hungary, I think Legend is going to want to hit hard against the Turks. Certainly considering that the Cosmic Conqueror is probably the most dangerous player to the Legend of Total War. So Legend will have to take this crusade really seriously, and Constantinople will burn, whether it's the Turkish sacking all the settlement and then pulling back, or whether it's going to be Polish, Venetian, Milanese troops coming to a crusade against it. Who knows, but certainly all eyes are now on Constantinople and away from other places. So bear that in mind as we head into turn 7 and the later turns. Turn 10 will certainly be the turn to watch out for, as a lot of armies will have built up, a lot of armies will know their targets, and a lot of things will happen. Hungary are sending probably a scouting army down. There's no way that they'll be able to take Durazu unless he's feeling brave. But they're fairly weak cavalry. They are horse archers, but Durazu currently has walls, and the spearmen are not to be sniffed at in here. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm not threatened by anything Hungary does. In fact, I see Hungary is quite a nice ally. As I say, I need this bit of the land covered and not by Turks. So I need Hungary and Venice to really push east, and then Poland to come down from the north as well. So a fairly long episode this one, but I think we've done everything that we can. So we're going to end the turn, and then we're going to save it for the Legend of Total War to play his turn. I think his turn's going to be quite an interesting one as well. But so far we've just had a bit of a turn of building up and consolidating our forces. So with any luck, we should start getting into some chaos within the up and coming turns. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am. Certainly it's going to be quite interesting. Next turn we can hopefully take Tripoli. But we shall see what happens. Certainly looking forward to seeing what happens at Constantinople. We'll see if we can join in the chaos at a later date. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all in turn number 7.